Hey everyone, I wanted to share with you an Amazon PPC science experiment that I'm running for an account I manage. I was listening to Alex Hormozy, someone kind of in the internet marketing space, and he was like, the top 0.1% of advertisers test, I think, like 22 times more creative. Now, I really don't do a lot of sponsored brands video, sponsored to less display, because they don't drive the type of results that I'm looking for. But with sponsored products, even though there's not creative, the listing is the creative. But when it comes to, optimizing on the ad side, I was really motivated to try some new stuff. So let's dive right in. One thing I'll be testing out is, optimizing for placements. So let's see how it works. I've done it before. I never really got the results I was looking for, but I'm willing to test again. So here we have a placements report. I hid some of the data because it's, account data. Let me make this smaller just so you can see everything. And then I just, filter by like data, filter. It's pretty skew one. And then what I do is, I know it's kind of a manual little process, but, it's good enough for me. And I can always, if I need to, ask for help from my team, they'll help me out. So I filtered by a specific SKU, then I go to Insert, Pivot Table, and I go to OK. And then I just do placement right here. And it gives me all the different placements. I want clicks, spend, sales, and orders. And then I could insert calculated fields, but that takes more time. So I just copy and paste it on a new tab. Oh, did it work like that? Yeah, it did. Cool. And then I'll just go CPC. I like CPC. I like conversion rate, and I like ACOS. So then we'll just go spend divided by clicks, and then we'll go orders divided by clicks, and then we'll go spend divided by sales. Took me 2 minutes to do this for this one SKU, probably less than 2 minutes, about 2 minutes, yeah, according to. And then this will be dollars, and then this will be percentages. And then one thing I noticed, actually I have the data here. I'm just going to switch over to this screen because I just showed you how to do all of it. And then I just have the two products. Now, what's really interesting about these products is price points different, but they're very similar. They perform a similar function. They're almost variations of each other because they perform a similar function. It's just the dimensions are different, and that's it. And one thing I saw was with SKU number one, we see that even though our cost per click is $2.02, our conversion rate is pretty good, almost 5%. Now you're like, that's not a good conversion rate. Well, let me show you something. Let's go sales divided by orders, and I'll show you something. So we have a $285 average order value. So that's why our conversion rate's low, right? So that's why. Let me see here. Let's go to sales divided by orders, $367 average order value. So that's why these sales or the conversion rates are low, because the average order value is high. But so long story short, what I'm doing here is I'm going to be cutting the bid in half. And then for this one, optimizing top of search by 100%. And then for this one, what's really interesting is the conversion rate for top of search and product pages is very similar right here. Very similar. But the cost per click is different. Let me run the numbers. It's about 50 cents cheaper. So about 57, almost 60 cents cheaper. And so that tells me, hey, maybe we could redirect some traffic, because we didn't get a lot of traffic to product pages. Maybe we can redirect some traffic with the hopes of getting cheaper conversions. And so for this one, I'm doing the same thing. We'll cut the bids in half, and then we'll increase it by 100%. And we're going to see what happens. I am going to do this for the next 7 to 14 days, but I'm also going to look into some other products to do this for as well. I really like the idea of testing more and more and just seeing what works and what doesn't. And one thing from that video that I talked about earlier, where like the top advertisers, they test way more. he says in the video, most of these tests fail. Most of the tests fail, right? But when you hit one that takes off, you can scale it up. So that's where even me, I have to not be afraid to take risks and not be afraid to grow. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where I really learned a lesson from that, and I got to continue to test things, try things out, see if we can, the goal is to test, and most of them might fail, and just build, repeatable process for the ones that do well for us. And, so this is just a little test I'll be running for one of the accounts I manage. Highly recommend you test a lot more as well. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. And if you want to join a community of people who are testing a lot, and we got a webinar or like a little thing coming up. We're going to discuss Prime Fall event, and then we'll discuss a book that I'm reading. Because we have a mix of sellers and consultants in here as well. But if you want to join a community of people who love to test PPC, love to grow, and we've got Excel, we got automations I'm building right here. So I'm really, one thing I'm working on is a profitable PPC automation blueprint that I'm working on with my team that just allows you to do tasks very quickly, extremely fast, which allows you to test. Building a test and all that stuff takes time. But if you have systems and processes that move quickly, then it's cool. So if you're interested in this, check the description, comment, we can go from there. But I'll put the link in the description below. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you found it value. Hope you gave you some creative juices to test. And I will see you next time.